In this video, I'm going to show you all the things you can do with the Form Builder app that's included with Web Starts for your website. If you're working with a template, then you probably already have a form on your web page, and you can edit those form properties by just double-clicking on the form. If you don't have a form on your page and you want to add one, you can just click Add, and then click Contact Form, and then choose your form fields and click Insert Form, and it will be added to your page. So, for example, if I wanted to ask for a full name, email address, and phone number, I can just insert that form onto my page and then drag and drop it where I'd like it to appear, and then I can also resize that form. I can change things like the font and the color of the form just by choosing a different font from the drop-down menu, just like that, or just by choosing a different color. So let's say if I wanted to make that form blue, or I wanted to change the color of the button, I could do that as well. Other than color, you can also change the styling of the form. You can do that by selecting it and then clicking on some of the various styles. You can tweak the style completely just by clicking Customize Style, and then be sure to unlock those settings by upgrading to a Web Starts paid plan. To edit the form fields themselves, double-click on the form, and you'll see several different form fields that you can add. For example, you can do a single line of text, you can do a drop-down style form, you can do checkboxes, you can do multiple choice, so on and so forth. If you want to update the form, you can do that at any time by clicking Update Form, and then that's just applied. Show you what that looks like. Double clicking on the form again, we can look at field settings, and you can click on any field and then you can alter the field label, or you can enter a placeholder name. So for example, let me go over here and change my style back to something that's more traditional, and I'll show you what I mean by edit the field placeholder. Let's say you want to ask for an email address. You can type email address into the field placeholder and then get rid of the label, and then what that will do is it'll allow you to have a little bit more of a clean look to your form fields. You can delete fields just by clicking the red delete or minus icon attached to the field, and then you can add fields, of course, just by clicking on the plus icon. You can also rearrange the fields just by dragging and dropping them into the order that you want them to appear. You can change the field size. For example, you can change it to medium or small. You can choose to make any particular field required or all the fields required. Just select the field that you want to be required from the person who's submitting it on your website and make sure the required box is checked, and then a little red asterisk will appear next to those required form fields. Under the Form Settings tab, you'll find a place where you can enter the email address where you will be notified when somebody completes the form. You can add multiple email addresses to that notification just by clicking on Send to another email address. You can remove them by clicking the delete icon. You can choose to change the alignment for the labels. For example, you can make them left aligned or top aligned or right aligned. You can choose to send people to a confirmation page after they've submitted their form. So, for example, you might create a page that says thank you, and then you would choose that from the drop-down menu, and when somebody completed the form, they would be taken to that page. If you just leave that blank, then they'll receive a dialog box saying their form has been submitted successfully. There are times where bots will try to spam your form online. If you're experiencing that problem, you can solve it by enabling CAPTCHA. So choose Use CAPTCHA, and what that does is it puts those funny little image characters under your form and requires somebody to enter the characters in order to pass the form and ensure that it's a real person filling out the form on the other end. Under mailing list, you can specify different mailing lists that you build in the Web Starts email marketing platform. That's a nice feature because What it does is it allows you to gather a lead, put them directly into an email list, and then send auto responses to them at regularly scheduled intervals. So it's a great marketing technique and turns more of your leads into customers, and that integrates real nicely. You can view your form submissions by choosing a date range and then just clicking view submissions. It'll show when and who submitted the various forms over time. Going back to the add a field tab, I want to show you how to add a payment form. If you choose the option to add a payment form, you'll need to make sure that your return is set to on in your PayPal account. So after somebody completes a payment enabled form, it takes them back to your website. If you do that and you've added a payment enabled form to or field to your form, click on the payment field where it says change payment settings, enter your PayPal email address, the name of your item, the description, choose your currency, and then you can choose whether you want this form field to be a fixed price amount, like let's say, for example, $10 every single time somebody completes this, or you can choose to make it a variable price. Variable price is great for something like donations where somebody can just enter in whatever dollar amount they would like to send to you through the form. That's about it for the WebStarts Form Builder. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to visit webstarts.com to create your very own free website and, of course, get access to this great form builder. Thanks for watching.